Are you planning your next holiday? And do you want to spend your time, your holiday, in a place that is simply beautiful? A place where you can feel freedom, the breeze of freedom on your skin. Where you can say whatever you want, and your entire family can then go to jail. Then please, book a flight right now to Turkey. It's a wonderful country. Just kidding, Turkey sucks. I think I don't need this green screen right now anymore. Wait. Okay, that's good. I just learned that Turkey issued an arrest warrant against me. And for what? For offending Islam. Yes, seriously. Okay, let me get rid of this quickly. In case you didn't know, I am unfortunately a Turkish citizen. I mean, who would choose to be a Turkish citizen at this point? Turkey sucks right now. Turkey is currently led by an Islamist government, an actual Islamist government, that has turned the country into a hole. Which is a shame. The country was on such a good course. It was on its way to becoming a modern country, a secular country. It was on its way to becoming like Europe. But then Islamists took power and started turning everything around. And now people are oppressed, and people are being charged and fined and arrested and put into jail for offending the religious beliefs of society, or for insulting the president, or for insulting the government. So I was actually expecting Turkey to do something about me, and finally they have noticed me. I have received a letter of a Turkish court inviting me to court, and meanwhile also issuing an arrest warrant where I am supposed to be forcibly brought in front of a court for insulting people's religious beliefs. The charge is publicly insulting the religious values held by a part of the population. This is a crime in Turkey, just like insulting the president or the prime minister or national values. So freedom of speech does not exist in Turkey. On the one hand, they don't want to be seen as Middle Eastern people, and they strictly want to be Europeans. They want to be seen as a modern nation, dissociated from unfree cultures. But on the other hand, if you offend Islam, then you are screwed. This law, which makes it forbidden to insult people's religious beliefs, should normally also make it forbidden to insult other religions, like Christianity or Judaism. But that is in practice not the case at all. This law is only used to protect Islam. People in Turkey, including average people, the media, politicians, the prime minister, the president himself, insult Christianity and Judaism, or Christians and Jews on a regular basis, and nothing ever happens. They insult atheists, and nothing happens. When I was a religious Muslim in the past, I used to get a magazine that frequently called Christians immoral crusaders and stuff like that. That's quite normal. And Jews were, of course, cursed people who were turned into pigs and monkeys by Allah. But how dare you mildly criticize Islam? So let's see what the court says after investigating my case. I've tried to roughly translate a summary of this into English. It's painful official Turkish language, and the person who typed it cannot type proper Turkish. No offense. I don't know what kind of a court that is. I'm already making enemies here. After an open source investigation based on an online complaint about the suspect, mentioning that the suspect insulted the religious values held by a part of the people on his YouTube channel Apostate Prophet Turkce on the 4th of January 2020, it has been concluded that in a 6-minute 45-second video titled Leave Islam, the suspect made statements that can be summarized with the following. I find it nice that they actually quote me. That'll be exciting. But this only comes because of a Turkish video that I published on my Turkish channel, which is rather inactive. This is unsurprising because Turks can barely speak English, so yeah. They quote me as follows. The time to leave Islam has come. When the Quran is translated into Turkish, it is sugar-coated. The book is in reality full of ignorance. The Islam that you know is the Islam of the beloved Prophet Muhammad. Did you know that Muhammad actually married a 6-year-old girl and married her when she was 9? For a strange reason they misquoted me here. What I really said is, and had sexual intercourse with her when she was 9. Clearly they can't even say it. What does that tell us about Islam? It continues quoting me as, did you know that Muhammad is not at all someone to be proud of? That he could barely control his sexual desires? that he was caught with many mistakes, that he constantly pursued war and bloodshed, and that he ordered the killing of people who leave their religion. I don't see what the problem is. It wasn't that bad, was it? I say worse things. This was nothing but the truth. I don't see why I am being wanted, why they want to arrest me and charge me. In the rest of the charge, they basically say that getting a statement from me is not necessary, since my identity is clear and the evidence is also obvious. In follow-up documents after this, they have issued an arrest warrant against me, so I should be arrested by authorities within Turkey, if I enter Turkey, and forcibly be transferred to the court for publicly insulting the religious values held by a part of the population. For this crime, I can be fined in Turkey, or depending on the severity of my speech and how much they think this hurts the Turkish population and the peace, I can be given a prison sentence of between 6 months and a year, or between 1 year and 3 years, for offending people's religious beliefs and disturbing the peace. I am now officially a thought criminal. I am wanted for daring to criticize Muhammad and Islam. I don't know how I will proceed with this. I will probably speak to a lawyer and have them represent me in Turkey, see what needs to be done. I don't know how much this will get me in trouble but I appreciate any help. Gladly, I'm in the United States of America, so nothing can happen to me here. America has an agreement for extradition with Turkey. So if Turkey asks for America to deliver me to Turkey, America should normally do it. But that only applies if the crime is also a crime in the United States. And gladly that is not the case, because we have free speech in the United States. It's just that if I want to visit Turkey again, that might be a problem. They might just put my handcuffs on and take me to court, or whatever they do. This is because my parents are from a country, and I am supposedly from a country that has no free speech, that is oppressive, where you are in danger for sharing your opinions, for doubting your beliefs, for criticizing your previous beliefs, or your actual beliefs if you are a reformist Muslim. I can never ever stop praising the West for having free speech, a value that should never be taken away, that should never be compromised. I understand this value because I don't have it in that place where I lived for over 10 years. Many other people who come from such countries or worse countries appreciate free speech because they don't have to suffer from this. They don't have to be afraid of being punished by the state or being punished by lynch mobs for sharing their opinions. And here in the West, we can be free. I hope others learn to appreciate this too. It is even unclear what would count as an offense under this law. Let's apply this to insulting the president for a second, which is a similar law. It is forbidden to insult the president, but what exactly counts as insult? How is my opinion or my observation of something necessarily a punishable crime? I'm not allowed to insult the Turkish president. But if I now said, for example, I think that the Turkish president is an imbecile, then that could mean that I'm just making an observation and using dated terms to make a guess about his intellect. Or I could say, I think that Erdogan stinks. Or I think that the president of Turkey is a pretty filthy person who is similar to a donkey. That may just be an observation from my side, and it may just depend on how I define filthy and in what regard he's similar to a donkey. So this is a very problematic thing, but anyway, you get the point. Judging and punishing people for observations, for thoughts, for remarks, for the things they say about specific ideas and public figures is a little bit problematic. It's ridiculous. But hey, finally, I am a happy thought criminal, an offender, an official blasphemer, someone who is wanted for offending Islam. And I hope that you are on my side and you support me in this struggle. Except if I ever change and turn out to be a scumbag like them, then don't support me, condemn me. Because if I want people punished for their opinions and their criticism, then that just means I am a scumbag and I don't deserve any respect because I'm a stupid crybaby. So far, I am good. I am for freedom, for progress, for questioning and thinking. Anyway, I will keep you updated. I have to go into a corner and cry about this for a little bit. I will be back. Have a fantastic day and please stay away from Islam.